Hey, g'day guys, what's happening? Guys, I'm just going to bring Brad here from Brisbane, who started his cryptocurrency journey in last year, August. So I'm just going to bring him over. Let's. So I'm just trying to get him on board. Hey, how are ya? Just bringing Brad on. Um, I think he's coming on board in a minute. So yeah, so we're gonna go through the story of the Brad, that how he started back in back last year into cryptocurrency, and how he gone through. Hey, Brad, my man, what's going on, Brad?
How you going, bro? How are you?
Yeah, great, great. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Brad, that how he gone through when he started, how he gone through scams, and then he finally found a program that, or that understood the concept of cryptocurrency, and then he's laughing now. So we're gonna go through his story, because that story will relate you into that, how to start it in a right way, how to start it in a right way from the very beginning, right? Hey, Gary. Hey, Lou. All right, my man, Brad. So, welcome to the Bursha show, my man.
Hey, Bush, how you going, bro?
Yeah. So, Brad. So, talk us through how do you started in cryptocurrency, and take us through that. It was a dark in the beginning, or it was a sweet in the beginning, or how it all started, and then talk about a little bit about yourself, so people get to know you, who you are.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I'm in Brisbane. I'm 35. I've got two kids, and I'm married. And obviously, I can relate to those people out there that got kids and married. You know, it's not easy, and you love your kids always. And yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been in retail 20 years, and I basically own two traditional businesses, two convenience stores. So I know how tough it is to get forward in life when you're always paying taxes, and that the more your businesses earn, you got the more you got to pay tax. So
Yeah.
always looking for another opportunity out there, always. And when I come across cryptocurrency, I was looking at Bitcoin and it was actually pretty low. I was going, oh yeah, what's this? Like everybody back in the 5 to 10 years ago. And I eventually took the plunge in last year in August, and I decided to put some money into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I came across a guy on Facebook who was promoting these Bitcoin investment options, and I was
Yeah.
pretty naive. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, I didn't even know if this was Bitcoin itself or if it was just an investment platform, or I had no idea. So I put some money into Bitcoin, into this investment platform, and it was earning pretty good money. Like, it was almost too good to be true. It was earning 1% a day, 2% a day, and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
laugh at it now because I'm over it, but it eventually did scam.
Yeah.
And then I actually started following people on YouTube that had big followers, and they were promoting all these platforms. They have to name them, but they scammed too, and they shut down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a mate of mine in America, and he had a pretty good following, and he goes, "Oh, Brad, I actually got a pretty good mentor of mine that is down your alley, and he's an Australian guy, lives in Thailand, and he's doing really well. His name's Angie Gavin." I was like, oh, "Okay," so I looked him up and started following him on Facebook, and then I stopped putting money into these platforms because like he was like, "Nah, they're going to scam, they're going to scam." So I the good thing about NG is he created a course on ICOs, and he wanted to branch out and create something that you're going to basically get knowledge on and not rely on a crappy platform that's going to guarantee you 1% a day is going to scam you. So, and there's no network marketing involved, MLM, which a lot of those scams do have.
So,
So I wanted to invest.
before you go ahead, right? So the distinction, the point I want to clarify here is, when you started, right? So how
Yep.
important, because that's very important, but when people actually start, and that they get scammed. Okay, in your opinion or your understanding, how important it is to understand the fundamentals of cryptocurrency and understand where you're putting your money in. So can you talk about a little bit of that, because you experienced that drive, you experienced that. So if you talk about that, that new people understand that to getting into cryptocurrency, what they need to look for.
Yeah, man, it's very hard to begin with because you're so new to it, and there's so many scams out there in real life and also in cryptocurrencies, as we all know.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that there's so many scams marketed out there. So you go on Facebook and you go, oh, that looks pretty good, and you join it and it's a scam. So the thing is that you get some feeling, like once you start following people on Facebook, like I did with NG Gavin, you get a feeling that they're genuine people, and then you get to meet their followers that are also in Australia and Brisbane in person, and you go, okay, these people are real.
Yeah.
And there's no real like referral commission that like levels deeper, and then you understand that, you know, once you join a group and they help you as a community like ICO Gold Rush does,
yeah,
thank God for them, because I was able to then invest in some ICOs, and they helped me along the way invest into the right ICOs, and also taught me how to do the ICO whole journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was it's about a community. Like when you actually get into a community that you can trust, and they're like your friends and your mates, and you can basically go to war with them, or you can give them your money, and you know you're not going to lose it.
Yeah.
Instead of like investing into some crappy website, you know, that you don't know who the owners are. Like,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Brad, like, you know, it makes perfect sense. Like, you know, because I always talk about that sort of things that, you know, if you don't understand the core fundamentals, if you don't understand the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, that what is the purpose behind it? What are the problems they're solving in the society? And, you know, if that have not economics behind that, all the system, like, you know, and until then, people's gonna get scammed into whether, you know, to invest into 1%, 2%, or 10% a month. You know that, right? There's nothing guaranteed. Like, you know, you cannot say the 10% or 5%, or you could be 100%. Like, you know, you could be 10 times or 20 times or 100 times some of the ICOs, right? You know, but the people who give the guarantee that, you know, this is, you know. You're going to get like a 20 times or 10 times or 5 times. That's totally BS, right? The only way is that as as you explained that, you know, when you joined the Gold Rush this year, the ICO Gold Rush through NG Gavin, right? Is it waiting for you?
No, just I might plug my phone and charge. You're right, man. Keep going.
So what we're talking about is that you know, that how you started into the ICO. They actually teach you how to actually hunt, right? Rather than giving you the fish, they actually taught you how to fish it, right? So you can actually look into any ICO, and then you can determine whether you're going to get in or not. The second good thing is there is a community out there. Like there's a bunch of people out there who actually help you out side by side. Hey, you know, I think, or we think this ICO is going to be, you know, whether it's going to be scammed or whether it's going to be legit or 50-50 or whatever it is, right? And then you ponder on that, whether you're going to put in money into it or not, right? And as we talked about, there was an ICO winter before. And then NG Gavin brought crypto income passive system. How that going, Brad? Talk about a little bit about that.
Yeah. That's been awesome because, like I said, in the ICO game in December and January, I made some really good money in ICOs, and then the whole market went to bear market, went sideways, and has been.
Yeah.
And we found the opportunity thanks to, you know, creative ICO guy like NG Gavin. He's got connections and got a friend that you know, can run these servers and all these coins, and basically we're just holding coins and getting rewards.
Yeah.
And like I said, traditional business is like, you know, 5 to 10 year return on investment, but these coins, some of them have got 30 days, some of them have got 60 days, some 120, but it's not a, you know, get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
It's nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
But you just want to diversify, and we're getting into more and more coins to diversify to actually, in a month's time, you go, oh, wow, that coin's gone up from $2 to $6.
Yeah.
And now we're earning, you know, $200 a week from that coin. So I put in just over $1,000, about $1,200 I put in over the last 7 weeks, and then I've been reinvesting the profit, and I'm earning between $200 and $300 a week. It just fluctuates, and nothing. That's why it's not a guarantee, because the market does go up and down. Bitcoin goes up and down, and so do these coins. So that's why it's not okay, you're not going to earn 2% a day, or you're going to earn $200 a week. At the moment, I'm earning $200 to $300 a week from that $1,200 investment. So my plan is to reinvest the profit and put more into it where I can, and get up to $1,000 a week passive income. So passive income is pretty important to most people,
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree, Brad. And then here's the thing, right? Like, the important distinction is that a community around it, like, because what happened is that if you have the right community, they're pushing you into the right direction. And if you're not sure, if you're not 100% sure into a particular coin or an ICO, or even in the crypto passive income system, you got like 340 people sitting there to actually get the understanding. Hey, you know what? I came across this opportunity. What do you think about it? So you got somebody to to reflect back on. So it's such a great thing to have, right? And then yourself, family man, owning two businesses is hard. So all you gotta do is, how can you leverage? That's what you did. How can I leverage my time and my money to get where I want to get in a shorter possible time, right? So talk about a little bit about leverage. What do you think about leverage?
Well, it's so important if you've got the right vehicle. Like, if you've got the right vehicle, and we have, then you can, leverage from that. And the community is great, because I've met about, say 10. I've got my own personal messenger group with 10 of the ICO guys members. Yeah. And they're like mates. Since I joined December, I've met about 10 of them, and they're all like mates now. I can ring them at any stage. I've got their phone numbers. I can message them. They're all real people, and we're all just trying to help each other. So we leverage off each other, because we've all got different circumstances. Some of them have quit their jobs from ICO. Some of them quit their jobs from this passive income system. So they've been able to put like more money into it. But 100%. We've all got different sort of constraints at the moment. But we can actually leverage each other's time and go, hey, what do you think about this? Or they'll jump on and message me, hey, look, check this out, check this coin out, or whatever. So that's pretty good leverage, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, look, I was with NG Gam for 10 days when I was in Thailand for a Bitcoin conference last
month. Yeah, I saw
that. So we created maybe 10 or 12 videos, and I actually went to his the house he's making from cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. It's like a 600 square meter, and it's just unbelievable. He got
almost finished now.
Oh yeah, nearly, yeah. So he got
and everything.
Yeah, he got 2 scooters. So he went on with his girlfriend on one scooter, and then I'm riding another scooter it's wonderful. Like, you can actually, like, in the reality, you see what's happening, how's happening, and where the things are moving. It's wonderful. So Brad, what do you say to the new person who's starting out in cryptocurrency? What you give them a message? What do you say to them that how they should start it? What's your message to them if somebody new starting out?
Just be very careful. Like, there's so many scams out there. You got to do your homework. Obviously, don't just jump into things. If you're not sure on something, Google it up, look it up. Like with our group, if you don't believe me, look at the other guys in the group. Look at their profiles on Facebook, like, do some homework on them, message them, like, that's the thing. Do your homework before you just jump into things.
Yeah.
It's all about joining a good community. There's probably a few out there. If you're not sure, like, I'm happy for people to chat to me, message me. I'm in Brisbane, come and see me, whatever. We're the real deal. We've got nothing to hide, so whatever.
No, that's good. That's good. So what Brad is saying, guys, that it's important to have the right people around you, which are always been in my slogan. Because if you didn't have the right mindset of people, you're never gonna get where you want to be. So that's what he's saying. That it's important to have the right people next to you. And, it doesn't have to be Brad, it doesn't have to be me, or it doesn't have to be NG Gavin. It could be anyone. who you have trust on that person. So it's important when you're starting out, you actually do your due diligence before you put your money into it. So that's great, Brad. And what I do, guys, I'll bring Brad more often, and we'll talk about more into more about cryptocurrency, guys. So, guys, if you're in Brisbane or in the Queensland area, check Brad out and then ask him if you need help in cryptocurrency. I'll highly recommend this guy. He's a real deal. Brad, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it, my man.
Thanks for having me on, bro. Have a good one, eh?
See you later, brother.
I'll make sure you keep doing those 5K runs and everything. I love seeing that. And you lose some weight, I can see that too. It's awesome.
100%, well, man.
Like I said, don't procrastinate. Just keep doing it. Okay, bro.
You know that I'll push that boundaries through, man.
Yeah, that's it.
See you later, brother. See you. Cheers, bro.
Those boundaries. See you, bro. Okay, bye.
See you, bye.